everyone, John Trigger 12 back here again with another video, and today, once again, I'm back with another John Trigger 12's comic book reads. Today, I decided to dove into video game comics. I know I usually do either indie comics, DC comics, mostly Batman comics, and obviously Marvel comics, but today I decided just to fuck it and just might as well do a comic book based around a video game, and why not just one of the biggest video games, and personally one of my favorite video game franchises, Gears of War. Today I'm going to be reading Gears of War Issue 8, Harper's Story, written by Joshua Ortega and artists Liam Sharp, Henry Flint, Joe Gomez, Trevor Arshin. It's really amazing artwork, and personally, if you're a fan of the video games, then you would know that obviously Gears of War has reached not only through video game formats, but obviously novels, graphic novels, and comic books. And I think maybe animations, I don't really know yet, but basically Gears of War has reached all types of media, and hopefully maybe a live action movie one day. But today I'm going to be doing the Gears of War comic book. Personally, I love the way it's formatted. The paper in the really nice glossy paper that they chose to put out this comic book is really nice. It feels really nice in the hands. Personally, if you were gonna pick this up, I would pick it up just for the feel of a comic book, because comic books usually, I know most newer comics come out a lot different from older comics when it was more like newspaper type of paper, but now it's so glossy, and I just love the feel of this one. But let's get right down to it. The story that we're dealing with right now is Harper's Story. His name is Jonathan Harper. He's a sergeant, of course, in the COG Army. And obviously, this storyline is specifically set, I think, in between the Gears of War 2 series. So if you've played Gears of War 2, then this storyline is set somewhere in there. So, of course, we're dealing with Gears of War 2. The COG Army has this, obviously, the Horde has come back. The Locusts are on rage, and of course, the COG Army have decided that we need to start sending our army, obviously underground, and we just deal with Harper, Jonathan Harper, who obviously we're reading his dialogue. This is his inner monologue. The majority of the book is his inner monologue and just action sequences, which is really nice because I always liked Gears of War, and particularly Gears of War 2 action and gameplay, and this definitely depicts it. I mean, the artwork is really nice. It really depicts the carnage of the Locust versus the COG. Obviously, I think this is prior to the realization of the emotion Lambent Locust. So of course we're still just dealing with the regular Locust, and you have like features of like other characters from the Gears of War franchise, but you'll get into that later. But mostly, everything is done through inner monologue. There's not really any real dialogue that goes down between characters. It's mostly like Jonathan Harper, he's sent down, he's obviously dealing with the Locust. It's his one-on-one mission to defeat the Locust, and of course, you have just like various action sequences with the COG, battling the Locust, just killing everyone. COG Army military men are getting killed, obviously. Everybody is just getting massacred. And once everyone gets back on, of course, unfortunately, Jonathan Harper reaches his inevitable end once he reaches the surface, which is unfortunate. But that's pretty much the basic story. I personally love it. I love when comic books and like other pieces of media like reaches comic books, because then we get to experience more of the action, of course. You know, in the video game franchise Gears of War, whether you love it or hate it, it's definitely one of the biggest of today, and I personally love it, and I love the comic books. I also know that people prefer the novels because they go more in depth with the comic books. Definitely do justice to the series. I mean, just grab this issue, at least for the artwork in and of itself, because it's so well done. Harper's Story is just so great. It's so nicely done, and the glossy paper that they decided to go with is just really nice. It feels really nice. It's slick. It's not too sharp, but it's really nicely balanced and nice compared to other comic books. And that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, with all my comic book reads, I don't particularly like to have rating system when it comes to my comics. You know, usually when it comes to my comic books, I pick each comic book by random and just review them or read through them. Usually when it comes to comic books, I don't like to do that at all, but overall it is a good comic book read. And for those of you who don't know, not all comic books are masterpieces. We all know that. It's like with movies. Not every single movie you watch is a masterpiece, but they're a good watch and a decent watch. And the same thing goes with comic books. Comic books you're always not going to hit it out of the park. You're never going to make a masterpiece. You can't always make The Watchmen a billion times. It can't happen, but they're always going to be there, and they're always going to be just great pieces of just literature, art, and just great imagery. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and this has been my review of Gears of War issue 8 of Gears of War Harper's story. I can't remember if I said which issue in the beginning of this review. I'm sorry if I misspelled anything. That's like the big thing with my reviews. I keep misspelling things or like mixing matching in my head before I speak it. I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm sorry if anybody was like, wait, didn't you say issue 3? No, it's Gears of War Harper's story issue 8. Sorry for the mistake. But that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been another episode of John Trigger 12's Comic Book.